My name is Ammani. I was born and brought up in Kerala, in India, and I did my schooling and college in Kerala itself. And I got married in 1968, and my husband was a doctor. He was a pediatrician. He worked in Tamil Nadu for 15 years. Then he got a job in Zambia, that is in Africa. And there also we worked for 13 or 14 years and came back, and he started working for the Apollo Hospital. And we had a very good time in Zambia. We enjoyed the life there. After coming back, we wanted to shift to our own house. So we waited for one year in a rented house. After coming back from Zambia, we have been living in this same flat almost 31 years. And last year, 20th of January 2025, my husband passed away. And today is his first anniversary, death anniversary. He went to the cemetery along with my daughter, along with my granddaughter. And we visited him and came back. That's all I think I can say. My father's name was Mr. M. John, and he was working in a company as a general manager, and he worked there for maybe 40 years. And my mother, her name is Eliamma. She was not working. She was only a housewife. And they had 9 children, including me. And most of them are already passed away, and only 3 of us are left behind now. I have 5 sisters and 4 brothers. They are all well educated, and 2 of my sisters were teachers, and one of my brother is a doctor, and 2 other brothers are engineers. And the youngest one he was working in a bank. And other 2 sisters, they got married before they finished their graduation. We enjoyed our childhood. Our parents were so loving and caring. We never had any problem, any family problem, anything like that. With all the siblings, we enjoyed fighting each other, loving each other, something like that. That is the best age in your life. Young age is the best age in your life. So that time we enjoyed very much. And I don't think people can get that kind of life when they get old. At this age, we'll have more worries about us and about our children and things like that. When you're a young age, you don't have to worry about anything. You're free. You don't have to think about anything. So that age is the best age, I think. I was born in Alleppey, and the people around us were so friendly, and especially the people who attends the church, and so they used to come home for prayer and things like that. And also we also go to somebody's house for prayer, and it was a God-fearing moment at that time. We were more attached to our faith. And my father and mother was very strict that we should pray in the morning and the night before sleeping or when you get up also. So we used to do that, and still I am doing the same, continuing the same. And I tell my children also to do the same. So God is wonderful. The people who are around us, they are very helpful also sometimes. When we were in need, they used to come and help us. And for every function or something like that, they used to praise us for something or other. And we had a very good time with the neighborhood. And at that time, we used to go out. My father also used to take us out to some other places, since he was the manager of one of the companies. At that time, we used to go with him, and we usually enjoyed the trip along with him. And my mother also used to come, and myself and my younger brother, we two were accompanying them. And those memories are always very something to remember. Especially my father was very kind. He never scold anybody or beat anybody or something like that. But my mother was very strict. She never allows us to go out of the house. She was very scared of being a girl, so she is so scared. At that time itself. Now you can think of the present age. Nobody can send their children out. But in those days also, parents were worried about their girls. So it was a very good memory I have. I never thought that I would choose teaching as a profession, but it happened. So anyway, I enjoyed my teaching for few years in Zambia. About 8 years I taught there. That was the first time I taught in one of the schools. Otherwise, I never worked anywhere else. I never wanted to become anybody. No, I just wanted to finish my graduation or something like that. No ambition of anything like that. In those days, people were not that worried about their future or something like that. Whatever they want to do, what they are trying to do or what they aim to do, they will do it. Otherwise, they keep quiet and sit at home. So, after my graduation, I did my B.Ed also, so I had to go for teaching also. It is nice to have a job for the ladies also, whenever it is necessary, it is very helpful. But the problem of looking after children or something like that will affect their life, but they have to adjust between father and husband and wife. So my ambition, even though it was not ambition to become a teacher, I became a teacher. And I taught children, they all enjoyed that what I taught, I think, because those children were very loving and then caring also. So I enjoyed my teaching also. How did you
meet each other?
meet each other? Oh, we never met each other actually. Our marriage was an arranged marriage. So his parents came to see me and they were happy. And then we got married. Otherwise, we never met each other before. And in those days, he never used to have this kind of cell phones. So it's hard to talk in front of everybody. never had any other visit or I don't remember we had gone anywhere before the marriage or anything like that. The first time when we saw each other was in the church. No, not in the church. When he came to see me, I saw him. And after that I saw him in the church and he also saw me in the church. That is how the marriage was. But for God's grace, we really enjoyed our life without any problem. We never used to fight each other. That was one thing. So we have very good memories of our life. Even though we fight, within a few minutes we'll be together again. Fight in the sense fighting with a hand or something, but in words. Sometimes he says something which I don't like, and I say something which he doesn't like. That is how the fight starts, but we console ourselves. And something good about Daddy Apacha is my husband. My husband is so loving and caring. Even though he was sick at that time when I am having the dialysis and things like that, he used to come and visit me, and he waits until I finish my dialysis. So the people who are there used to tell me, you got a very good husband, loving husband. So I said, yeah, I got a very good husband. That's why, but he has been taken away by God. So I feel sorry for him. And since I became sick, he didn't want to take me anywhere. He thinks that anything will happen on the way or something, then it's difficult to get me into the hospital and things like that. So he was suffering with me also. No, he couldn't even go out or leave me alone here. So he did everything for me. I miss him a lot. That is what we did. When Shehbaz left to US, actually she's the one who tried herself to go to US. She did her test or something like that, and then after getting admission only we came to know that she got admission. So we were surprised at the same time, happy also, because at that time we were in Zambia, so we could manage to send some money. Otherwise, if you are in India, it's maybe difficult for us to send the money for her education and things like that. But by luckily, we were in Zambia until she was about to finish 1 year ago, something like that. But she could manage herself somehow or other. And at the same time, her grandmother was very much worried about that. No, she didn't want her to go to US. She says, don't send her to US. Children will get spoiled. That's what her thinking. So she wrote to us 1 or 2 times, don't send her to US. But yeah, that was her fate. I can't say anything about this. She has to go, and she went there, and she's quite happy there. What else we need? Apacha was her grandfather was not there at that time. So he doesn't know anything. Only my grandmother was there. She only was against it. Everybody else was quite happy about it. And it is a quite courageous thing she did, going alone to a new place without anybody's help, and then she did her job very well. Now she has got 2 beautiful girls. She got married in States itself. We went for her wedding. And those two girls, they are very brilliant girls, and they are doing very nice job, very good job. So even though we were quite worried about Sheba because she was going all alone, otherwise we were happy at the same time. But everything went on well, and now she's enjoying everything with their children and her husband and everything. I like to travel, but the problem is still I am on dialysis, so it's difficult for me to travel from one place to another. So that stopped me from traveling. Even though I like to travel and see my children and all my relatives and things like that, but nothing is happening. I couldn't even go to church because of some problems, which comes one after the other. So I miss all those things. People who are having dialysis will have all these problems. They never thought that at the end they have to suffer like this. And restrictions on food and water especially is too much. We can have only 1 liter of water a day, including the curry or whatever we use. I mean, besides water, they include the tea, coffee, and everything. Altogether, 1 liter is allowed for us to drink. That is one problem. And I used to go for 3 days, once in 3 days, 3 days in a week. And even if I am sick or something, I had to go. That was very sad. When I think of that, I feel so sad about it. Sometimes I may not be able to walk, still the ambulance will come and take me there. So I really suffered the difficulties of having a dialysis patient. So traveling is not going to happen anymore in my life. Anyway, I traveled a lot when I was okay. I traveled in the US 5 or 6 times, or maybe more than that. I traveled to some other countries too. So God allowed me to see all those places before I became sick. That is more than enough. I prefer to go to my children's house. That is, one is in Australia, one is in USA. So if I go to USA, I won't be able to see my son. That is, when I go to Australia, I won't be able to see my daughter and their children. And so I was in a confusion. So I told them, I am not coming to anybody's house. I'm going to stay here all alone. That is what is happening now. I'm staying all alone here with a home nurse. And I get all kinds of help from my children. Whatever I want, they get it done within that hour's time. They buy things for me. When I am sick, I will let them know, and they will contact the agency people and make arrangements for the ambulance and things like that. So even though they are not staying with me, I felt as if they are with me. That is all God's blessings. May God bless them. I don't think I can live without God. There is a God who made us or created us. He is so powerful. And without anybody, nothing will be born or nothing will be formed, Somebody must be behind that. And especially a human being, I think maybe the theory may be different. No, people are saying that we started our life from fish or something like that. Maybe that I don't believe in those things. And then why did it stop when a human being is born? No. So it was, if that theory is true, then the, what do you call, the revolution or evolution, no? Yeah, the evolution should be going, continuing, Instead of that, it stopped after a human being. I don't know whether after that any other creation was there. So, and God is, no, he can't forget God and live. He's always there with us. We may not see him or hear him, but I experience so many times that God is with me. In my difficulties, when I pray, he always listens to me. So that is my faith, which I can't neglect. I want to advise them that I know these two grandchildren are very loving and caring, but still I want to advise them that you should take care of your parents, because in old age they need your help. So don't forget that. And another thing is, you should love each other. You shouldn't get into any trouble, by fighting each other for something or other. In life it happens, sometimes. So be kind and loving each other. And love your cousins or whoever you have, because sometimes you need their help also. We may not know at what time we need their help. It happens, surprisingly it happens, So love your parents, love your relatives, and keep contacting them, that is better. Otherwise they will keep on forgetting, because they won't even remember your face. And that is what happens when I send the photograph. They all ask, oh, who is that? They started asking. So I said, it is my granddaughter. They were all wondering, we saw her only when she was in 2 years. She was old, 2 years old, 3 years old. Now we can't even recognize her. So that shouldn't happen, no. We should communicate each other so that life will be more cheerful. We can't live alone, without anybody's help. Even if it is a person who hates you, sometimes he may be a helpful person to you. So that is what Jesus says, that love your neighbor. And also he says, love each other. These are the things he always tells us. So be like that, and you should pray. That is another advice. You should pray to God every morning and the night before sleeping. And whenever you wanted to go somewhere, you pray to God, please God, look after me. That will definitely help you a lot. So that kind of nature should be there. And God will definitely help you in your future life. I'm always praying for that also. Whatever God wants you to be, God will provide for you. I'm so happy that God bless you too in such a way that you became in very good position, and you did your education also very well. All these are helped by God. It is not our brain or whatever we say. It's all God's help. He wants you to be something like that. Even if you want to be a collector or engineer or whatever maybe, it wouldn't happen unless he thinks that he should be or she should be. No, he will open the way for you. So something like that. So pray to God for everything, not only before you go or coming, whatever may be, but you should feel that God is always with you. So remember and love your parents. That is more important, I feel, because when people get old, they feel as if we are neglected or something like that. That shouldn't happen to Sheva and Sanjay. So that is what my wish. It all depends on the people around me. I can't say what they are. What I want is people should say something good about me, even if I leave this world. And they shouldn't talk about the things which I did wrong. And they should praise God also for having a nice life because of God's presence always with us. So as if it says like, think of me at my best. That's what I say. If you want, you can have a sleep. But can I hear what I said? What are stupid things I said? I don't know. Can't, Dila. I can't.
Yeah, you can.
Yes, I can.
It's just long videos.
No, wrong way. Will you correct the spelling mistakes or whatever? Maybe not spelling, but maybe what I say is wrong. You just correct it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy that I could say something.
Yeah, it was good. Everything
Even if
was
it is
good.
Not appreciated by anybody.
No, everything was good.
Once they start listening to it, they say,
No.
you'll do that and leave it.
Mm.